Hello, my name is Nasser. I'm gonna be explaining on Monopoly, which is the game being played on the video. Monopoly is a classic board game loved and played by people of all ages, but it can be pretty tough to learn and understand how to play. I, for one, can't play it. But given time, players can be good at it. The rules are a bit complicated because families can invent and have their own variation on how to play the game, which are not listed in the official rulebook. But all in all, it is a very good game to play with family and friends and pass time and enjoy. Monopoly can be played with as few as 2 people up to 8 players at most. Due to the fact that it is a strategy game, mostly young ones may not enjoy it as that they don't have the mind to they are not open-minded, you can say that. Firstly, there must be chosen a banker must be chosen, which in this case was me, as that I didn't know how to even play the game. The banker is in charge of all the money, properties, houses, and hotels, which are still belonging to the bank. The banker can still play the game, but they should make their own money, which is separate from the money produced by the bank. Each player must be given a total of $1,500, which is their starting money. The first round, as we can see here, involves picking and choosing the first player who can move the dice. The first round involves rolling the dice to pick the first player. Whoever gets the highest number goes first. Each player is awarded with their own piece, which represents them in the game. Each player rolls the dice and moves their game piece, the same number of spaces. As we can see here, the player rolls the dice and gets the number of spaces and moves the number of spaces in which he or she has acquired. There are properties in which one can buy or rent on, but some of them require you to draw a card from one of the 2 decks. Collect the money. One can even collect the money or even go to jail. You can do so many things in this game, such as buy an unowned property when you land on it. You can also auction any unsold properties. You can also collect rent from the others. You can also buy all the properties in a colored group to get a monopoly. You can also build houses. You can also go to jail. I know, it's complicated. The winner of the game is determined by counting each player's amount of money remaining. The richest player who has most money and assets wins the game. Monopoly is the best-selling privately patented board game in history. It mostly gained its popularity in the United States during the Great Depression when Charles B. Darrow, who was at the time an unemployed heating engineer, he sold the concept to the Parker brothers in 1935. Before then, homemade versions of a similar game had circulated in many parts of the United States. Most were based on the Landlord's Game, a board game designed and patented by Lizzie G. Maggi in 1904. She revised and renewed the patent on her game in 1924. Notably, the version of Maggie originated did not involve the concept of a monopoly. For her, the point of the game was to illustrate the potential exploitation of tenants by greedy landlords. Maggie used the landlord's game to promote a remedy for such exploitation, namely the single tax on property owners, a leading social issue among those who criticized the land speculation as a cause of economic justice. Monopoly became popular in many other parts of the world. In the original North American sets, the properties were named for streets in Atlantic City, New Jersey. Notable among these is Marvin Gardens, which is a misspelling of the real Marvin Gardens in Atlantic City. I will now explain on what happens when an individual or when a player lands in certain situations, such as the jail or the free parking and other stuffs. For example, when a player lands in jail, he is sent to jail and must move directly into jail and cannot collect 200 salary if you need to pass to go. Also, your turn ends when you are sent to jail. You cannot play the second round. The other place is the free parking. When a player lands in the free parking is also regarded as a resting place. So the player landing on it doesn't receive any money, properties, or rewards or penalties of any kind. A good strategic move is to try and avoid to come on the free parking early in the game, but later on the game it can be a great target, as that one can rest and just look at the other players on what they are doing. Thank you all for listening and enjoy the video. Thank you.